right, I'm here, baby.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our second match of the night. We just had a banger in the first one. We've had, I believe, San Diego taking on Carolina in a 3-1 fashion win for the San Diego Armada. I actually had a great opportunity to co-cast with Tom Cruise. He is not with us tonight, but I am joined by a previous winner from that last match in EPEG. Go ahead and introduce yourself, EPEG. How are you feeling after that win?
Dude, I'm feeling good. It was nice to get week one under our belt. Look forward for next week now.
Yeah, absolutely. And now, 20 minutes later, you are in the caster booth. We are going to be, I believe, watching Detroit take on KCC in what has been a little bit of a controversy with Detroit. Their bronze just got ranked up to a gold, and I know they weren't too happy about it. Some were saying sandbag, some were saying, that's a problem on the ranking committee. To be instantly ranked from bronze to gold is pretty crazy, and I think almost unheard of, except for in a couple of situations. So, what do you think on that topic?
I mean, honestly, I haven't got to play with the guy, so I can't voice my thoughts on where he should or shouldn't be ranked. I will say I definitely heard Carolina arguing with Detroit from their scrims about potentially getting him ranked up. Apparently, he looks dominant in their scrims. So, I mean, honestly, I'm just excited to see what he can do. It's not every day you see a gold be given that when they were a bronze. It's pretty rare to see that happen. So I'm just looking forward to see what he can do.
Absolutely looking forward to seeing what he can do. I did hear he was dropping 20s on the map like it was nothing. But on the other side, you have replays recently moved up from plat to diamond in this game as the new, actually no, the same GM for KCC looking to get his squad together to try to take down big number one pick, Mr. Zaloxides himself, finally able to check off that on the list. And of course, went right after him, Kiki. So Zilo's feeling pretty good about his standing in UR community.
Oh, I mean, this guy's been one of the greatest players in the league for quite some time now. Finally gets to cross off number one overall pick. I'm sure he's feeling great. I'm excited to see what this Detroit team can do. I haven't seen too much of these players in this game. Like even Z, I haven't seen too much of him in this game. So, I'm really excited to get to see how well this Detroit team is going to perform. For Kansas City, I've played with replays a bunch. I know the guy can be a little bit of a rat on the map, can find those little nerd spots, those creddy angles. So it's going to be a good series.
Absolutely is going to be a great series in my mind. However, I want to take a look at the map set real quick. First off, kicking it off, Skid Row Hardpoint. We did get a little bit of a glimpse, a preview of it from your series. And give us a little inside scoop as to how Skid Row Hardpoint plays.
Well, I mean, obviously with Skid Row, the early emphasis is going to be on those P2 spawns. Whatever team spawns on the good side back crates, you'll often see a player go ahead and just spin the entire first hill top P2, just trying to anchor that down, hold the tunnel push, and then get the rest of your team pushing for P1 to just try and make it kind of scrappy, just fight over that time a little bit. But what you'll see a lot of times is if you lose that initial break P1, immediately teams are rotating P2. P2 is a hill that you can lock down for a full 60 with relative ease with the way the spawns work. You can either flip them out ticket or have them continue to funnel through tunnel. It's a really easy hill to lock down. That's why you can see those early leads in Skid Row balloon up to 100 points very quickly.
Absolutely. Just key rotations, key spawns, a couple of those really key money hills like P2, P5 even you can really lock that down if you have the crosses and you are able to get those ARs in those power positions. Moving on down the list, we also have Skid Row S&D as the map 2, and honestly, I've heard a lot of ups and downs about Skid Row S&D and how it plays. It's a really one-sided bomb site, but if you can get into that B bomb site laundry, it's pretty much a wrap.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's so many different credit angles in back apartments. There's a wallbang spot that you can use. Don't know if anybody knows about that one. I would assume most of these players know that. Uh, so if you can get that bomb down B, usually you're going to find success. Typically, though, with offenses, you're going to see pressure on that A site. There's just so many different ways to approach it. That's usually the site offenses tend to hit. You can climb up into window room and computers. You can hit through the blue doors, hold the long haul. Honestly, if you want, you can even send a hyper aggressive push through tunnel. So Skid Row's an interesting search and destroy map, especially with the defense spawning on that B bomb initially. So it'll be
Yeah.
very interesting to see. I'd love to see a guy like Zeloxides get up into that P1 area, like fire in window room, and just lock that down, create havoc with the SMG.
Do you think we're gonna see like any crazy smoke plays on Skid Row? We didn't really see money in your match on terminal. So do you think the smokes are gonna be a key factor in this Skid Row?
I feel like with Skid Row, smokes aren't as important because you don't really have too many of those long angles over the bomb sites. You know, it's not necessarily a map like Karachi where you smoke it off to get onto the B side or anything like that. But we might see a couple smokes go out towards those like God Steps bank P4 and just cut it off so that access to the A bomb site's a little easier.
Yeah, we're ready over here. And but yeah, rounding it off, we have Invasion, Karachi, and Invasion. So looking at this map set before we go into it, do you have any team that you think this map set favors? Double Skid Row, Invasion, Karachi, Invasion. And what do you think are the key players that are going to be good for it? Yes,
I mean,
I'm good. I'm good.
For Detroit, obviously Zeloxides #1 overall pick. You're looking for him to perform. You know he's going to. With this game though, running that SMG, you can occasionally get put in a blender on some of these hills. So I'm really looking to see Zeloxides taking those routes, just getting into power positions with the sub to create havoc for Kansas City. And for Kansas City, I'm looking to see replays continue to perform well, man. He's been playing well when we play eights. He even first player I saw so far in this game put up 50 while I was playing. So I mean, you just look for that AR to stay hot for Kansas City.
Looking for the AR to stay hot right now. It looks like KCC will be on the preferred side. Let's hope that the graphics are in the right spot. And they are, ladies and gentlemen. We are kicking off number 2 match of the day with Mr. Zeloxides himself.
Yeah, and you'll see number 7 on the minimap replays already pushing for those P2 spawns. He's up top P2.
Yeah.
A lot of emphasis on that.
Zelo finds a quick 2-piece onto KCC's pay case and simple. Trying to hold down this blue door push. But number 7 replays holding down P2, knowing how important it is. But he's not going to have a gunfight for a mile. Is Kodiak, Zelo holding down this P1.
Yeah, and you'll see a lot of teams, if they don't get that preferred spawn side, the emphasis is on collecting this P1 time. So if you're Detroit, you're not in a terrible spot. You're going to have yourself a bit of a lead going into P2 as Zeloxides wins a big gunfight there against Simple back on P1, secures himself the cruise missile.
I just want to point out, Zelo has 6 kills. The rest of his team has 0, and yet they are up by 30 points. Zelo earning himself a cruise missile on his first life in the new UR season.
Now you see Detroit. What do they have for the break? Gonna have Sackager fighting Void.
Look at Zelo. Look at Zelo.
Got through.
Has the freest pinch of his life. Finds 2. 8-0 start for Zelo. Replays doesn't know what hit him. 9-0 start for Zeloxides. Can he make a 10 on the Void? You know he's gonna try an ego chow. Zelo 9-0.
This is exactly what I was talking about going into the map. If he can find those rounds to get through, get behind these players, Detroit's going to find success as they get that early break. That's why you're going to see that lead swell well up over a full 60 hard point.
Yeah, and you love to see that out of there. Bronze turned to golden. Doryu finds a nice 2-piece on rotation before being just taken out by Kevin, a.k.a. replays. Number 2, Kodiak in a very tough position on the map, trying to find a way, but instantly traded. And Simple able to get his spawns.
I want to point out Zeloxides is 10-0 on a 10 streak to start the map. Absolutely frying. Obviously, there were some question marks about like what can a sub do in this game against all of these AR heavy maps. Well, a 10-0 start is a great way to shut up all that talk.
A 10-0 start is an absolutely fantastic way to shut up it. When he talked about this, he's like, you can give me anybody you want. If they listen to me, I'll make them better. And he's proving it right now as his team is up 40 points, and he is leading the way in the slaying department. Kodiak trying to make his way up through this top plat. Blue door can creep up on Pancakes. Can he get the kill right here? Does gets a weird angle hop up and is able to, but KCC still collecting all of this time.
This is a big hold for Kansas City. I mean, if they get broken here early, looking at a massive lead for Detroit. The rotation's coming through. It's going to be big fights. Number 6 and number 8 for Kansas City. That's Void and Patty Cakes trying to rotate early. So it looks like P4 is going to be controlled by Detroit for the meantime.
And I got the same freaking glitch I got last time. The game audio glitch again, but I got it fixed at least now. I guess I need to fix that template because it's not doing wonders for me on the game audio, but I just have to keep switching and transitioning. But now we're back in it. Replays subtly 8-2 on a 5-spree of his own, trying to claw Kansas City back into this game. Also trying to pick up a very important cruise missile. Slides in, checks the corners, spraying the SMG everywhere. Zelo on the other side, lying in wait. We have 5 people in the barbershop. Zelo's giving out free haircuts. Can he find the second? Finds one on Pancakes. Him versus Kevin for the time. Sackager with the Overwatch. And Zelo just flies out of the hill as Simple finally trades his life.
That's a big kill for Sackager under replays. You keep him from getting that cruise missile. Sure, you maybe miss out on the final 20 of P4, but this P5 is another one of those big money hills that you can lock down. If Detroit can sniff out replays, and they do, that's going to allow them to get set up here early. Look for Detroit to try and lock in a full 60 here.
Yeah, look for a full 60 to pretty much get them back into a nice, comfortable lead. It is a tie game right here. Sackager is in a great spot. Graffiti. I don't think Kevin's going to check this, and he doesn't. Void, next one pushed up on the map, but his location is known by Sackager. Sackager turns away at the worst possible time, and now KCC is on the break.
And Kansas City needs to pounce here. You find a couple kills. You cannot give Detroit time to respawn and get their guns back in the action. And it's a big break for Kansas City. It's exactly what you want to see. That's how it's done.
Exactly what you want to see out of Kansas City. Void, 13-9, as I believe the silver of this team, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe the gold. I need to check ranks. But he is frying on the map right now. I mean, Pancakes 1-10, 1-11, doing the dirty work for his team. But Z trying to get his team back the lead, finds a nice easy kill on Void to shut down that spree. Simple, on the other hand, on a 4 spree of his own. Already, I want to point out, Simple and Z, a minute 40 each on the time through first rotation.
Yeah, this is definitely a map that you can see a lot of these top-tier players, top-ranked players, start picking up a lot of time. Very beneficial on this map to have your good players on time. This P1 area, obviously we saw what happened in the first rotation with Z on the kill, finding that 6-0 start, securing all that time. Same thing's true. You see Simple already up top P2. Kansas City's going to put a lot of emphasis on that. And it looks like, for the moment...
Oh, Sackager absolutely smokes Pancakes right now. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Pancakes might actually be or Pancakes or whatever, might be a bronze. I'm not fully sure. I do need to check the rankings.
Yeah, I believe he is Kansas City's bronze.
So I do think that yeah, I believe I'm actually surprised. Are they playing without is it their gold? Because
it looks like Kansas City's playing without their gold this series.
Playing without their gold, and they are keeping up with the slaying power of Detroit at the moment. I mean, you look across the stat line, Zillock is 18-9. Did have that monster start, but has slowed down a little bit with Kevin 14-8. Simple on his 6-3 of his own, locking down the hill, cruise missile in hand, looking to get back and take the lead on this P2.
This is what we talked about. You're never really out of a game on Skid Row. All it takes is one good rotation, locking it down. You're seeing Kansas City right now start to climb their way back into this game. With 30 seconds remaining here on P2, this is great time. They're going to take the lead here in a moment unless Detroit can do something about it. They find a few kills. Sackager with 2 big ones.
Honestly,
looking to collect all that scrap time.
A big 20 seconds of scrap time too, because you see on the rotation, Detroit is also there. So if Kodiak can get this kill on his Simple back playground, they are going to be set up to also get laundry spawns. But it looks like he is going to get... Oh, as I say that, he shuts down Void. Instantly traded up at number 4, Doryu. The bronze now turned gold. He needs to go huge. He does have a very slow start. Maybe these rank ups were a little out of whack, but I believe... Was that the cruise missile out of Simple? I believe the cruise missile came in. Calls out Doryu. Can he... Oh, team nade out of Kodiak. That might just lead to a break for KCC.
Sackager the last one on time.
Top on board.
A big 2-piece. City. I mean, honestly, you're fine with just keeping this white. You are down 30. This is big scrap time. Looks like Detroit's going to be fighting for it, too.
Detroit is fighting for it. Doryu absolutely finds a nasty 2-piece. trying to play for this scrap. Simple finds one. Sacrature, though, and Kodiak on the rotation for new. But you see that number 7 arrow, Kevin, is playing for that old time, spawns back apps. But you also have Barber control out of Detroit, and this is gonna come down to this final P4/P5.
Oh, absolutely. These rotations are going to be everything. I mean, if you're Kansas City, you have maybe one attempt at this. You have to break. You got to contest for probably around 7 or 8 seconds. You probably want Boyd to try and stay alive here.
Boyd
he can
found
find
a gap.
anything that's big.
Boyd found a gap, but I think he needs to sit down and wait for his teammates there. As Kodiak on a 3 spree of his own. Detroit can win it on this hill. They are spawning out. Sacrature finds another kill onto Void, and it looks like Kevin is going to be the next one up.
Yep. Kansas City needs a break here. 20 points will do it for Detroit. They can get all that here.
Oh, that's a 4 dead situation.
The whole feed's blue for Detroit. Zaloxity's shooting the last one, cleans him up. Kansas City do get those top P1 spawns, so they should be able to contest one more time.
Simple tries to go huge. Zelo shutting down P1, finds out the pistol in hand. That'll be Detroit taking the first map.
And that's sort of what we expected, you know? You get Zaloxity's running around with the SMG on Skid Row, creating havoc. I think he finishes 26 or 27 and 19. Great showing for his first game of the season. And it's a good map 1 win for Detroit.
I can't wait to look at some of these stats there because you know Zelo was probably hard carrying for a while. And as we look back, well, Zelo 27-16, 4,500 damage. Cakes 5 and 20. You hate to see it there as a bronze coming in. But you see Sacrature, Kodiak all lighting up the kill feed after that really slow start. Zelo did have that amazing 10-0 start, did dial it back down, but as you saw, huge 4-piece to just close out the map. That's what number 1 picks do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody really expected him to maintain that 10-0 start. It's incredibly difficult to do that at all, much less maintain that level of dominance on the map, especially with an SMG. At some point, somebody's going to be sitting across the map with an AR and just rip you.
Yeah,
but a great map 1 from Zaloxities. Honestly, somebody I wanted to highlight is Doryu. You know, the guy, some question marks about, you know, whether or not it was appropriate to rank him up. A very slow start. I think at one point he was like 6 and 13. Turns it around, 13 and 15. Very respectable game. Minute on time. Just putting in work for Detroit.
Very respectable game. I also want to shout out Void, leading his team in the slaying department for KCC. You got to imagine if they have their starting gold in the lineup, maybe that's a different turnaround. But then, of course, you have the very slow start out of Detroit for 3 of the Slayers who all turn it around and just made Zaloxity's life a little bit easier.
Oh, yeah. I mean, for Detroit, other than Zaloxity's, it was a really balanced team effort. Everybody kind of around even, maybe -1 or 2 playing time. But obviously, you add Zaloxity's to a roster that's going mostly even, they're going to outslay. And just, again, a very impressive performance for map number 1 from Zaloxities.
Very impressive. Yeah, impressive, man. I can't even. Impressive map out of Detroit. I did get a little nervous, though. They did have me very worried. Now we move on to Skid Row S&D. Like you were talking about, we have a very cruddy, very closed, very close engagements. You really only have those major long-range engagements on the hallway, or you're on that ramp, or you're like top apps trying to shoot into fire. Other than that, you're really looking at close-range engagements for the most part.
Yeah, I will say for Kansas City, you look back on that, maybe you really think you can probably take that map if you have your gold playing. I'm looking at their roster right now. They're missing Nasty Diamond.
Nasty Diamond is actually a very good gold.
He's a very solid gold AR. Probably going to give you a little bit more than Patty Cake there. Potentially could swing the map. I really don't think you look at that map if you're Kansas City. I don't think you feel bad. You have an incredible start from Zaloxities. Kansas City's able to claw their way back into the game. I don't think Kansas City feels bad about the results of map 1 at all. Obviously, you'd love to win every map you play, but I don't think you're down over map 1.
Yeah, but I know in the game plan they're just saying, hey, we shut down Z in this S&D, we win the rounds and we win the map. Tie it up, take it to the control. Now for Skid Row, what do you think KCC's game plan for shutting down Zaloxities is going to be?
I mean, it's gonna have to revolve around getting ARs, either blue doors laying down or tunnel stairs, and just trying to hold that cross. And I mean, Skid Row is just a tough map to try and find fast paced, ratty SMG like Zoloxities.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have necessarily chosen to play this map against Detroit, just given that Zilo's gonna have free roam around the map like that. I don't know. For Kansas City, like I said, you're probably going to need to post up those ARs, try and get long range, fights against Z. Other than that, you're going to have to ask Simple to square up with him with the sub.
Yeah, so we're going to look at the matchup Simple versus Z. We're going to have Sackager, Kodiak, Doryu trying to take on the other trio of KCC on replays. Is going to have to try to maybe hold some off some of those angles. Maybe we see Kevin pulling out a sub of his own, trying to get a little mixy, maybe take on Z himself.
I have seen replays pull out the sub in 8s, specifically on Skid Row. So it's not completely, out of the realm of possibility that he pulls one out here for the search and destroy.
I would definitely love to see that, but it all is going to depend on how the flow of the game is going. Can their team get the trades? Can their team shut down Z? Can their team even shut down the impressive streaks that Doryu and Sackager went on as well? Even Kodiak. All solid gunnies. And I think Z is going to have them placed in some either very cruddy or very powerful positions that KCC is going to have to try to break.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. With every Zoloxity's team, their search and destroy is going to be solid. Z's going to have these guys well coached, well positioned. It is early in the season, so expect maybe a few things. Maybe Kansas City finds and exploits a couple gaps in the setup. But for the most part, I would expect Detroit to have the fundamentals down, look for good trading, look for good positioning. And then other than that, just good luck dealing with Zoloxities pretty much.
Yeah, but I do want to highlight Void can be a major difference maker from KCC. As I pointed out a few minutes ago, 22 kills on the first map. Looking to see if he can carry that over into the S&D. I'm thinking if he can shut down Kodiak, if he can shut down Doryu, KCC is going to have a lot easier time trying to 1v3 against Zoloxities. Obviously, not the man you want to face in a 1v3, but it's a lot better than being in a 3v1 against him.
Oh, definitely. I think if you're Kansas City, Void's kind of your X factor for this series. Obviously, he is your silver, but I mean, the guy showed potential. I mean, last map he was the main slayer for Kansas City. So if you can continue to get those solid performances from your silver, I think Kansas City has to turn one of those into a map win.
Yeah, right now I think we're just waiting on their bronze to make it into the lobby before we get started into round 2. Now, as he shows up, just like I said before, guys, in the chat, I want your S&D predictions, round map, and most kills in the lobby. Anybody that gets it right, I will cash app $10 to them.
That's just him. I'm not in on that.
Caster is ready. Yes, $10 to anybody in the chat that can guess the right rounds and the right kills. Honestly, you know what? I'll bump it up. 15. 15 in the chat to anybody that can get it. We were very close last time, only off by 1 round, and the kills were correct. So, seeing if we can get some really good ones up in this chat. I'll give you guys to the beginning of the second round. All right. Looks like we may have a reset because Pancakes has not spawned in. I don't really understand. I don't know if they didn't put the timer on, but it looks like, they're just playing this out. And
a big trade from Detroit.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one.
Maybe a little too aggressive from replays.
A little aggressive from replays. Does find one on a Sackinger, but you got to imagine they're in a 4v3 already down. I'm definitely a little concerned. Pancakes is still not spawned onto the map, and we are playing this round out. So Z just tucked away in a corner. Looks like number 2, Kodiak, trying to push his way up into fire. Does see Simple crossing a laundry. Don't know if he knows he's going to head back alley. Should have the awareness, though. Should be traded out right here. Doryu escapes with his life, not a bullet put in him. Now, number 6 and number 7, Void and Simple regroup. Z trying to get this bomb down, but will Void check it? He sees his toes. He sees his toes. Does he not? Oh no! Ooh, finds the trade onto Z, but not before that bomb goes down, leaving Mr. Kodiak in A1, Z2. And you know the rules. Simple with the team kills, but manages to get a very clutch 3v4 in the first round without pate cakes. Very impressive out of KCC's defense.
Yeah, that's a huge rounds for Kansas City. Obviously, not only you get the bounce back round after map 1, the loss, but you do it in 3v4 fashion. Your bronze doesn't even spawn in. You're still able to find the kills, get the trades. Unlike last series, the team kill doesn't come back to haunt them.
Yeah, I mean, shout out EPEC for the team kill, but Simple able to shoot through the wall, shoot through Void, shoot through everything. Matter of fact, somebody check his gun for FMJ. But huge round without a KCC, trying to get back on the board, trying to tie up this series 1-1.
Yeah, and for Detroit, interesting to see. It looked like Zaloxy was rocking that AR, and that makes sense if he's going to be hitting out this back P3.
Could have a huge fight between Kevin and Zelo right here. Number 5 versus number 1, both pre-aiming each other. Zelo able to escape with his life, knows that Kevin has to back down as well. Sackager holding this dark alley. Looks like a very, very defensive setup out of Detroit, but KCC has not read this as they are also playing very passive. No one has crossed the 50-yard mark on either side.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you kind of expect this to be how Skid Row plays. Very slow-paced map. A big first blood for replays in Kansas City. That's kind of what you look for. You look for that one kill to open up the map.
Yes, you absolutely do. Zelo trying to get risky during tunnel. Void playing, I think he had the door creaked open, and that's got to make Zelo upset. But Void, with a very heads-up play as a Silver, takes down one of the best S&D players in the league.
Yeah, I mean, probably shout out replays for positioning Void there with the door peaked open ever so slightly. Able to see the cross. Sackager trying to find this found bomb.
Able to escape with his life. Oh no, he only got 12 seconds left. But
the finesse is in. Doryu just needs to kill him a bomb. He's not gonna have the angle here. Back apps.
Yeah, he's
Looks like
in a
Kansas City are
very
aware of him.
tough position for Doryu. Might be able to pick out one out of the window. Void with a very big overchow gives Doryu an opportunity. Clutch a 1v2 against Simple and Pate Cakes, but you know Simple is not gonna try to let that happen.
No, a bit of an overchow there from Void. I don't necessarily hate it given your positioning for everybody else, the time left in the round. But, you know, you gotta be careful with those. Those, you start throwing limes away, it can go back to haunt you. And Doryu, does he make the read? He gets one.
Down
Probably
to 1
not
HP.
gonna be able to get this round. 10 seconds left. Simple knows where the bomb is. Gotta push him.
Off.
But Doryu hops off.
Little wild pistol fight. Simple able to clutch up the round again for his team, leading to a 2-0 KCC lead. And honestly, I'm a little surprised. Void has made 2 very huge plays in the rounds, and Simple has cleaned them off. I mean, it seems like to be the recipe of success. Void gets big kills, Simple finishes and clutches the round up, and that's all you really need if you want to win this S&D.
Yeah, I mean, for Kansas City, the recipe looks clear. Keep getting those first bloods, working up the map at your own pace. The big thing so far, Kansas City has shut down Zaloxy's early. It's going to be an aggressive tunnel push, though, from Detroit. I like this. It doesn't look like Kansas City's over there. Gotta be careful with your Sackager here. Looks like Simple's making the read. He's able to find it. It's a 5 spree.
Simple and Void make the reads. Doryu and Sackager, we will see you in round 4. Kodiak able to trade out his teammate, killing off Void, making this a 2v3 for Zelo and Kodiak. Number 5 has Kevin is trying to creep his way up into tunnel. I don't think he's aware of the positioning of Zaloxities. Zelo can't get this bomb down. They are playing very... I think they're just going to play post-plant position for on A. They're going to try to play this retake.
Like Kansas City going to play for the retake here. They've given up that A-bomb site. Obviously, Detroit doesn't know that.
Yeah, look,
right
you see number 8
kind of
playgrounds.
Situation.
Yeah, there. So Zaloxis is going to get this bomb down for free. Kodiak is playing in this little credit corner, but they might try to buddy up and see if they can clutch out a little 2v3 that they are in desperately need of. Just as I say that, Kevin takes down Zaloxities. leaving Kodiak in a 1v3.
Looks like he's not going to be reading that window push. Replay is going to shut him down. Kansas City are looking good here in the search to destroy early.
Looking absolutely phenomenal in the search and destroy. Simple 5-0. Kevin 4 kills already. Void has 3, and you got your bronze even with just 1 death. Leaving him being alive is just a body someone has to shoot at. And if he can get any kills and he can play his life, that is just a huge bonus for KCC.
Oh, absolutely. Right now, Kansas City are looking good. And again, we sort of highlighted it going into the map. A lot of the emphasis was going to be on how well can you handle Zaloxities. Right now, about as good as possible. He's starting off 0-3. It's a 3-0 lead for Kansas City. It's hard to do much better than that, opening up the map.
Oh, well, look at this. Look at this play called by Zaloxities. 3 hitting outer. I don't think Kevin's going to be ready for this, but he does have his overlook. Simple, Kevin. Kodiak with the trade, but Simple. Well, can he get this cruise missile? It's very key. Cannot get the cruise. Kodiak able to play his life and able to escape, but he might be dealing with someone lurking in garage. Make that number 8. Pate Cakes, the GOAT.
It's an absolutely huge play from Kodiak, not only to get that first blood, but to finesse his life and stay alive. Void makes the read, and Simple gets the kill. So Simple should have earned that cruise missile.
Simple did earn the cruise missile, but Detroit is happy. They are in a 3v2 situation. Pancakes and Void left alive. You've taken out 2 of the biggest threats on the side of KCC in this round, and they don't even have bomb.
Yeah, bomb down in a precarious spot for Kansas City. Or you can just stay posted up top and watch over it. Should be a round win for Detroit. Dorio rips the head off Void at the ticket booth. He's got another lined up. Patty Cakes trying to find something. Looks like he might just play his life to end the round.
Yeah, he might just play his life, play his KD. Doesn't want to feed into the streak. Sackager going hunting. Doesn't see him laying down pancakes with his first kill of the round. Able to shut down Sackager. And you know, any kill is beautiful. If it does come down to a round 11, every single kill matters.
Every kill counts.
Able to shut down anything.
Detroit able to get on the board. It's an aggressive play call from Z. Even though Z's not the one making it happen, it's an aggressive play call. A big play from Kodiak to find first blood, stay alive, and a big round for Doryu to clean up the others. Detroit are on the board.
Yeah, let's take a look on Silver Doryu. He's just going to try to hold his mid push. Doesn't see anything. Kodiak is going to have another one. Does able to get, I think Simple was able to put team shots onto Kevin. But just like that, Sackager trades out Void. 2v3 again for the side of Detroit.
Z could catch good timing here. Fine Simple.
And Mr. Patty Cakes left in a 1v3, reminiscent of the last round. Pretty much carbon copy of what just happened, and he is instantly shut down. Sackager is not letting him die again.
Oh, no funny business there as Detroit get their second round up on the board. Taking offense. Sackager says, hey, you may have played a little cruddy spot last round to kill me. Not this round. Cleans him up. It's a clean, efficient round from Detroit. I think they lose 1 guy there on the opening break in Kodiak. Other than that,
yeah, Kodiak with
finding the kills.
Kodiak with a big kill, I believe, onto replays, but instantly traded out. Efficient trades at his Aloxities, trying to find the guy in the P1, and then finds the guy Simple onto the guy in a top flat. Replays going to a very aggressive hop-up approach. Take notes, kids. For some people that haven't seen this, he might be able to get some great timing onto the Detroit members.
Yeah, the only problem is this door here.
Oh no!
He opens it, and Kodiak catches the timing.
Catches the timing, and I'm not sure about KCC's offense last rounds. Like, yes, Void is playing this P2 creddy angle, and Patty Cakes has been really playing in this garage. And I just feel like KCC's defense is a little too slow, or offense is a little too slow, letting Detroit get map control. Even like all Kevin had to do was just have Simple come and help him. But
yeah, I mean, look at that mini map there. You've got a wall of blue cutting off both the A and B bomb sites. That's just something you absolutely cannot do on Skid Row. You cannot let the defense take map control. It just makes things so easy for them.
Yeah, I mean,
at
the moment, you've done the hard work. You made Z almost not, I wouldn't say irrelevant in this map, but he has not been the one killing you. But you're dying to the people that you need to be trading out efficiently. And just like that, Void left in a 1v4, not even going to be past his spawn. And just like that, a 3-0 lead evaporated, tied up 3-3.
Yeah, I mean, great composure from Detroit. You go down 3-0 early. You just come storming back.
Yes. What do you want to see out of KCC this defense?
Honestly, for this defense, I think you play it nice and slow. I think you try and let Detroit make the mistake. If not, you work the retake. I'd love to see maybe replays with the sub, get pushed up into fire, try and cut off access to that A-bomb. Other than that, I'd like to see Kansas City kind of holding irons, see if you can get anybody from Detroit to walk into those, get you some freebies, but it looks like they're playing aggressive.
Kevin and Simple have really been hitting this one out. Z, it's a lot of control into P1. I'm just on Kevin just flies through the smoke and gets shut down by Kodiak. And Doryu trades on a Simple. Just like that, your silver and bronze left again in a 2v4. I mean,
obviously, if you're Kansas City,
I'm just not sure.
I mean, it's one of those plays. If it works, you're a genius. Since it didn't, we're criticizing it. But
yeah,
I mean, just that pure aggression just hasn't been working. Detroit seems very well prepared for it. And if you keep slamming your head into that wall with your diamond and your plat, you're leaving your bronze and your silver in unwinnable situations.
Absolutely unwinnable situations. Simple and replays have been pushing out that P3 side over and over again, and it's only led to maybe a trade. No first bloods that have gone untraded have not let him been in a winning position since I think the second or third round. And just like that, you've lost 4 straight. You have Kodiak on a 4 spree, Sakager on a 3, Doryu 8 and 4. Maybe the rank up committee did get it right. Everybody in their clan tag says free Doryu, but I don't know. It's looking like Z is gonna have a free kill. Make it 1, make it 2 with Sakager at the cleanup, make it 3. Just like that again. Boyd left in a 1v4. Say goodnight, KCC.
I mean, Kansas City's absolutely getting throttled. They got those first 3 rounds on the board. Sure, it's 5-3 now. Maybe you get a little bit lucky with the curse. But, I mean, with the way Detroit's been playing 5 straight rounds, they look locked in.
Like I said, you've done the hardest part. You've nullified Z's slang. Yes, he's been still a thorn in your side, but you've done well to stay it. But now you have Sakager and Kodiak, who not only have been absolutely frying, they're both a kill or 2 away from cruise missiles.
I mean, 8 and 4 from Doryu. Got everybody from Detroit on streaks. It's a 3 streak for Z, 4 for Kodiak, 5 for Sakager. And again, replays nearly gets first blooded. For Kansas City, you have to stop getting blooded. A big streak from Simple.
Wow, I missed the streak. I'm sorry, chat, but Simple able to bring his team back into it. But Sakager and Kodiak may just play their lives, trying to get a streak of their own. Going into defense, auto mantles off of it, throws his life away. I'm not a fan of that, but Sakager able to pick up a massive cruise missile going into round 10 as KCC finally gets on the board off of the back of Simple's 2-piece on the cruise.
Yeah, I mean, obviously a massive cruise missile for Kansas City. You find 2 kills. Is it weird to say I still don't like how they played that round? I don't like replays getting so aggressive bottom garage. Nearly gets first blooded. He gets away with his life. I mean, if Simple doesn't find that 2-piece with the cruise, Detroit's probably walking out of here with a 6-3 win.
Absolutely walking out of here with a 6-3 win. And I don't know, I don't think I'm losing any money tonight because Detroit is 4-hitting outer, and it looks like Kevin's dead. Kevin's gone. Oh,
stunned.
Okay, how is he not? The smoke may have saved him.
There's another smoke?
Smoke may have saved him for a minute, but Kevin has just been put in the dirt this map.
Again, it's Kodiak finding first blood on replays. How many times have we seen that already in that clip? Simple's tagged up.
Simple
he probably falls. He does.
Just like that. How many times have we said it? Boyd and Patty Cakes left in a 2v3. Patty Cakes does find one, able to get traded. Kodiak throws his life away. Void versus Z. Void in a 1v2. Trying to get this to around 11. On a 3 spree. Z, 3 and 4 only. Playing back apartments, but I think Z has the read on Void. Unless he can creak open this door. I don't know if Void sees him. Does Void see him? Do they see each other? Oh, Void hears him. Void doesn't get the kill, and Z able to secure the map for Detroit Wolfpack in a heartbreaking fashion for KCC.
I mean, if you're KCC, that map just comes down to your mid-map adjustments, you know? I think you got to look at that and say, hey, we've been slamming our head into a brick wall, and the brick wall's winning. You know, maybe we slow it down a little bit. See replays 4 and 9. Obviously, you want a little bit more out of your diamond in the search and destroy. Z at 4 and 4 honestly didn't even have to do anything. You know, we mentioned how well is KCC going to shut him down. They managed to, you know, keep him contained a little bit, but it's the rest of Detroit popping off, finding the kills, and so many times it was just Kansas City's, you know, trying to get too aggressive, and they just sprint right into irons.
Kansas City literally, okay, while they're busy trying to figure out who's hosting, Kansas City literally had an opportunity to tie this thing up 3-0, cruise missile in hand, Zelo on a donut. Like, I don't think you're going to see Zelo getting triple negative to start off a map on this control. I think you had a major opportunity to at least force it to a map 4, maybe a map 5. But I think you've thrown it away. The mental's chalked, and replays, simple, Void, Patty Cakes all need to reset the mental, take it into this control, and try to take it. And it's going to be a tough one on Invasion.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the good news for Kansas City is Invasion isn't typically a map that you see an SMG take over and dominate. I will say I haven't played too much Control in this game, so I'm far from an expert on how Control is played. Clearly, if you watched last series, not maybe the greatest Control you've ever seen. But Invasion Control, probably going to be looking for a lot of those ARs to open up the map. This is a map that, I mean, obviously, at this point, you're down 2-0. It's a must-win for Kansas City. But it's a map that I think they can win, you know? It doesn't feel like it's an unwinnable game.
Absolutely, they can do it. The ARs are going to have to go massive. You may see one sub out on each side. I'm going to be curious to see who's going to have it out for each side if they do decide to do that. As I switch on over to Codcaster real quick, let me see. Looks like, I don't know who will be having Team 1 and Team 2 yet. Let me get the score updated. Detroit going up 2-0. And honestly, I think KCC has had its moments to show us that they're at least a team that can contend, but they've just faded when it comes down to the final moments.
I mean, honestly, for me, map 1, it just came down to, you know, a little bit of a slow start. You get broke instantly when the map starts for those P2 spawns, and I think that comes back to haunt you. Map 2, the Search and Destroy. Again, it just comes down to not making those mid-map adjustments, you know?
Yeah,
What was working early, I mean, Detroit starts countering it. Kansas City didn't have an answer. You know, you got to have, especially for Search and Destroy in this game, you got to have a deep playbook, you know?
Kansas City, 0 answers for the side of Sackager, Kodiak, and Doryu. You think, like I said, you think shutting down Z leads to a map win, but his team came up clutch. Doryu taking the hate from going from bronze to gold just like that, firing back on all cylinders, showing why that even though through the rank up, through the double rank up, he is going to be feared, and this Detroit team is here to stay.
Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously there's question marks about Detroit now. Kodiak, your GM and captain, is a gold. So with ranking Doryu up to gold, some question marks about what's going to happen to this Detroit team.
Oh,
Obviously, right now they look good, but we'll have to see what happens. Obviously, doesn't have an impact on the rest of this series.
I didn't realize that they were both ranked gold that in playing. I wonder what the committee is going to say about that one. I don't know what the initial ruling is, but as we have gotten no official naysay on what is happening, I'm going to assume that it's okay, and maybe they just have Doryu as a silver at this moment for this game.
I mean, I don't know. We can take a look at the rosters, see what everything is ranked at the moment for that Detroit team.
Caster's ready.
Yeah, I mean, Detroit is playing without their plat, no Thrax for this series.
That may be why they were allowed the double gold. I don't know.
Yeah, but Sackager's their silver, Kodiak's their gold. So we'll have to see what happens to them after this week, after week 1.
Okay, so I guess I didn't realize Detroit playing without their plat. Sackager playing like that as a silver. That really impressive out of him. Even more. I didn't realize for some reason. I thought he was the plat. I guess I had not done my research on this team enough, and he's been shooting back really well.
I mean, Sackager was a guy that I've seen playing some 8s. Vibey in the comms, obviously, so I know Detroit's having a good time over there. The guy shoots bang. Definitely a good get at silver for Detroit. Okay. See how map 3 goes.
What do you want to see? What do you want to see KCC do right off the rip on this round?
I mean, I really need to see replays have a takeover map. I know he loves invasion. There's so many different nerd spots he can play, so many different lines of sight with that AR. I'm looking to see replays take over this map.
All right, now that you mentioned replays, let's hop on board with him as they are trying to get a little bit of progress. Looks like a straight B to A, like a 2-2 split for Detroit, trying to get some control on this A and B point. Replays, finding Sackager. Not able to kill him, and Z gets a kill, but Void able to clear off the A pick, but just like that, A quickly in control of Detroit, and that is not a good sign for KCC.
Yeah, Detroit get the 3 stack on A. That zone's going to capture quick. Wallbangs come through, going to tag up Z. Kodiak's going to drop, and here come replays.
Uh-oh.
Talking about how annoying he can be. Gets the beat down onto Sackager, but the second tick does come through for Detroit. So at least you get those 2 ticks.
You just get the 2 ticks, but now you have to fight out of your spawn. Z trying to make the play on the Simple. Simple does not see him hopping down. Picking up a big one, but it looks like number 8 pushed up. Void gonna have a couple key fights. Only has 4 bullets in the chamber. I don't know if he's gonna realize he's not gonna have enough ammo for this fight as Doryu shuts him down, able to get map control, and these spawns are all over the place. Z trying to find the guy in his spawn and shuts down replays 4K.
Yeah, that's a big kill for Detroit. Obviously, with the way the spawns work on this map, it's very easy for those defensive teams to lock you into those palace spawns. A big kill for Z to open up those spawns, allow any of his teammates that fall some breathing room to work off the spawn. But more importantly for Detroit, they get that second tick in at B. Loxley's just pushed up underneath, broken.
I don't think they're going to realize Kevin's here. Kevin does get one, doesn't know that there's a second on B. Not able to train him, does get one on a Z. If he's able to get this kill on Sackager, can really get some map control for his team, and he's not able to do so. Silver versus Diamond. Silver comes out on top.
And it's an absolutely massive win for Sackager just to keep the pressure up for Detroit. Allow your teammates to come up safely off spawn. For the offensive teams on this map, that is everything. You have to keep control of your base. You have to at least be putting a little bit of pressure onto the defensive side of the map. Otherwise, those defensive teams can get pushed up, lock you in back palace spawns, and you're not going to have a fun time.
Not at all, but like you said you wanted to have a big map out of replays, and so far he has delivered 9 and 3 on a 2 streak. Already has 4 OBJ kills, and trying to look for more, shutting down this A point with only 1 tick left. Void has a huge job to do. Finds one onto Doryu, instantly traded out by Zaloxities, trying to get this last tick onto A.
And see, this was sort of the thing I was talking about with this map, is it's not really one you're going to see open up for SMGs a lot, but the double stacks in for Detroit. Kansas City's got to go. That stun's going to connect on the replays. Z finds the kill.
Oh my
Z
gosh!
finds,
Can he get the third? No, Void is able to train. Yes, it was a bronze, but Z trying to go absolutely massive for the team. Void going equally as massive, if not more, shutting him down, and that might actually be the round for KCC. Can Simple stay away from his life.
That should be the round for Kansas City. With 15 seconds left, Detroit has to just fly to the objective. So all these ARs can just hold their irons. You know where the teammates are coming from. The shots are in, the nades are out, they connect. Simple finds the kills. And unless the Loxies does something crazy here. Sorry, that's Doryu. But it's going to be a round win for Kansas City.
Absolutely. Get the first one on the books. Start off strong. Yes, you had a very huge scare over towards A twice in the beginning of the round. 2 ticks go over to the side of Detroit. Then after that, Z finds an insane 2-piece. Almost finds the third on the Void. But Void, the silver, clutches up when his team needs it most, in desperate need of some rounds, trying to start off the reverse sweep hot.
I mean, honestly, for Detroit, that is not a bad round 1. Sure, you don't win round 1 on the board. Offensive rounds on Invasion are hard to come by. So the fact that you get 5 ticks looks good for a potential round 5.
Looks good for a potential round 5. And it looks like Detroit's scared of the A hit. B absolutely going to be for 3. But Z finds one towards the middle of the map. Kodiak with a Kobe across the map, finding another one. And it looks like this B pressure is about to come. This flood is about to wipe out KCC. If Z can find another one, and he does, escapes with his life. No bullets, replays with 2 onto the B site. But just like that, it is going to be decapped, and Z doing everything he can in mid-match.
Oh yeah, I mean, getting Zaloxi's pushed up in that position. Maybe you prefer to have him on that AR for it. But obviously, shoots nukes with the SMG. That guy doesn't miss.
He absolutely does not miss, and he's trying to make another play right here. Void does not see him. He should have at least a free 1. Make that 2, or not. Does get the tags in. Is going to wisely back off and play his life. And he's starting off really hot, just like he did in the HP. 13-6, but is shut down by replays. And just like that, finally, some map control for KCC.
I mean, you look at the scoreboard for Detroit, everybody's just sort of flirting around that even. Doryu having a bit of a slow map to start at 3-9, but it's really Zaloxi's 14-6, doing everything he can. For Kansas City, the standout, Patty Cakes at 0-8. Rough start for your bronze player. Hopefully you can get on the board here.
How does he even find one? How does he even find one?
Patty Cakes answers with the trade. Really get on the zone, secure that extra minute for Kansas City. Now we see if those ARs can come to play here on that A street.
Fully unaware. Doesn't hear him. Replays another amazing round. 17-8. Looking for another guy. Trying to find Zelo. Does get traded, and Patty Cakes. I mean, Diamond versus, you know, Bronze. Not a gunfight you really think you're gonna win, especially in a close quarter combat versus Z. That's hard for anybody.
Yeah. Not a fun time in there around the counter for Patty Cakes. Kansas City trying to work up the map. Simple has got through. A big pinch, but Toryu with the read finds the kills. And now everybody from Kansas City coming up off the respawn. They've hit the street, but Z with the reads finds 1, finds 2. It's a 5 spree for Zaloxi's. He's up to 19-7.
Yeah,
Mentioned this could maybe be a tough map for him to take over with the SMG. Making me eat my words. Is that 6, almost 7 in a row. Does get the cruise missile. Detroit looking dominant here on defense.
Detroit looking absolutely dominant. 14-6, 3 ticks given up. Doryu, a little bit of shaky shots. Could have led to some interesting, but finds a 2-piece on the replays. And Patty Cake, or Void, will pick up the kill. Patty Cake's trying to get to time. Not going to happen. It's going to be a pretty clinical round out of Detroit. Tied 1-1 in the control.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a great defensive effort from Detroit. You get Z pushed up where he's able to wrap from pinching players ice cream to mid-cut, shooting him in the back as they try to get to that B point. I mean, that's just not a fun situation for Kansas City to be in. Honestly, I'd like to see Kansas City in that situation. Just take all 4 players and say, hey, we have to get Z out of our spawn and just quad chow him just to get him out.
Yeah, honestly, he's the only one that's been killing you. You've actually shut down the entire opposite of the SMD. The other team hasn't been shooting as much, but now you have Z with 20 kills, and it's gonna be a quick A hit. Simple. Z each find kills. Replays finds 1. Void trying to be the help. Let's find 1. Another team kill. Patty Cake, a team kill onto replays is not ideal, but at least you still have A control. Patty Cake finds a kill onto Z. There you go. Get that kill against the Diamond. Get your gunny up. Patty on a 2 spree. You're feeling good, but Detroit on the B point. Able to find, actually, as I say that, Kevin finds a nice win. It's a nice little cheeky angle, but is instantly shut down by Sackinger.
Yeah, it's a great opening break for Detroit. You put pressure onto that A zone. You know you could probably capture B easier. So the early attack hits out A, try and capture that one. Force Kansas City to adjust their setups. As Simple finds 2 with the gunny and the nade. Kansas City look to have things under control for the moment if they can sniff out that flank from Zelonskis.
Yeah, Z trying to find a kill. I don't think he's realized how far pushed up Kansas City is, but he might be calling out to his team, hey, gas is open. I have a free flank on A. Just make noise to the front. And this might be an offensive round when a Z finds a free kill on the Patty Cakes. His teammates are going to flood in right here. Number 8, Void, trying.
For Kansas City, it's just everybody staying a little too far away from the hill. And now as they try to break on, it's Detroit holding. You've got to deal with Z. You've got to deal with Sackager both on the point. Z laying down with that SMG. Close range fights are going to go his way. Patty Cake slides in. Can't find the kill. Simple's got to contest. He's the last one.
Void! Wow! Again, Void may have just saved this match as he gets a 3-piece on the Kodiak. That cannot happen, Detroit. You have an offensive round in your lap. And Void, the silver, not only has he shut you down once, he has shut you down twice.
An absolute hero play from Void. It's impossible to understate how big that was.
And he's going to find
absolutely massive plays. Does get kind of smoked there by Z, but you know what? That 3-piece he earned the round.
Yeah, but this might just be the round anyway. If Void's hero plays all for naught, as just like that, Detroit finds a 4 down, and that will finally be an offensive round win for Detroit.
Yeah, I mean, as big as Void went for Kansas City, you just don't get any other pressure towards the zone. Looks like Kansas City's setup was to try and hold mid-map and then have one person on time. And, you know, Z sneaks through, and then the rest of Detroit just bully out time. They, you know, no interest in P1, no interest in mid. They just slide onto time, lay down on it, and then all of a sudden Kansas City's got to be the one to try and break.
I do want to bring it up. After his very insane hot start, Kevin has gone 22-20. Z with a 2.9 KD at 29-10 is absolutely taken over this map, showing why he was the #1 overall draft pick, showing why that S&D was just a fluke and they still won. Now he's like, all right, guys, I'll show you what I can do. I'll show you why I'm better than Kiki.
I love this break out of Kansas City, though. They apply that pressure towards A. Replays heating up as well. Looks like Kansas City might be able to get this A captured.
Kodiak gonna have a
stacked, but
Kodiak with a stop shooting. That might be the difference. He could have had the A point. He could have saved it, but Zelo trying to make the play. Can he make the play? He does. Oh my goodness. It's just there's no stopping this man.
Do you expect anything less from him at this point? Spots Simple, gets the shots into him as well. 31-12.
He is having himself a map, but I will say you do get the 2 ticks onto A. Simple in the spawn. Z knows he's called him out. B control is pretty much all in favor of KCC, but you see Z is also taking the long route, and he might be able to catch a couple people off guard.
Yeah, nobody's reading that. Both the kills go for Z. He's looking for replays. Is there a chow? He is? I love that. He just plays his life. He's getting away. Kansas City are in trouble.
Yeah, now you gotta fight out of your
Z pushed up.
You gotta fight out of your spawn. Z and Doryu trying to kill you, but you do have replays onto the B point. Has a huge gunfight on a Kodiak, which Kodiak somehow wins. And now he's got to try to get this trade. Patty Cakes gotta get this trade, otherwise this round may be over. Patty Cakes is able to. Oh, Kevin looking over his bronze, trying to do the dirty work. This crew is coming in. I do believe there may or may not be a trophy. And no, but another team kill off of a cruise over these last, I believe, I've seen in 8s, a lot of team kills off cruises, a lot of team kills off nades, a lot of team kills even with the gunny. But Patty Cakes 3-19. You gotta hope he can get a kill here. Number 4, Sackager pushed up into the opposing spawn. The good news though, if you're KCC, you clear out Sackager now. You have one tick that you need to get, but do you check your corners? Is Kodiak gonna get a free two-piece here? Find another huge one onto Doryu. Void doesn't check his corners. Kodiak, the trigger discipline, finds one. Can he find a second? Will find a second. Instantly traded out by Replays, who is now in a lot of trouble, but does not find the gunfight onto Z, and that could end up being costly. Void not checking his corners. Kodiak making a very smart trigger discipline play.
Yeah, it's a big play from Kodiak, but it's Detroit who have the good setup. So members of Kansas City have snuck through. It's going to be simple. It's going to be patty cakes.
Yeah, this mini-map is all over the place. This mini-map's all over the place, but Kevin breaks a big one on Adori. Wow, look at that spawn. Number 3 literally spawns right on the point. Knows that they're behind him. Can he get this kill? 2 kills. Patty cake slides across. Simple able to bait out for Simple, though. Simple only finds 1, but Kevin is on the point.
Kansas City's on the point. The stuns connect onto Z. That nade's going to do some damage for the
Oh, Kevin, you have to look front. I don't know why you're not. Sackager!
Hit the trade.
That's going to be that's the map. I don't understand. What are you looking at? Your teammates watching your cross. You know they can't shoot you in the back. You know they can't shoot you in the back.
Yeah, a little bit of a misplay there from Replays. He feels a little uncomfortable having his back exposed. Turns away, catches some bad timing, and Detroit able to slide in, take the map, and take the series.
Wow, I mean, Kansas City just shows like 1 or 2 bad plays, 1 or 2, miscommunications, or not block spawns or anything, just loses you maps. And you see Zelo 39 and 14, 36 non-traded kills, and I'm just gonna say Z. That's all it was.
Yep. I mean, when you have 36 of your 39 kills untraded, that's a map you gotta win. Kansas City clearly not trading effectively, just based on that stat alone. I will say, even though it was a 3-0, Kansas City didn't look terrible. That's a team, once they get their gold playing in Nasty Diamond, maybe make things a little scrappier, look a little better. Same thing can be said, though, for Detroit playing without Thrax, their plat. Thrax is good at this game. If Detroit's, playing well without their plat, that's scary.
Yeah, absolutely. Playing really well without their plat, but you gotta imagine they have to, they're gonna have to figure out the whole gold situation, because we don't understand exactly the decision that was made for it. But at the end of the day, you got to give them their props. They stepped up when it matters. Kodiak, Sackager, and what's his I'm forgetting his name. Why am I blanking? Doryu went huge.
Oh yeah, I mean, for Detroit, it felt like every single player had a moment where they won a big, crucial gunfight. Obviously, Z was winning the majority of his gunfights, but I mean, Sackager, Kodiak had that big 2-piece on the A zone. Some clutch bloods in the S&D. Sackager was winning some big fights there at the B zone. Like, just a well-balanced performance for Detroit.
Yeah, and I am getting word we are gonna be getting an interview with Z and Doryu, and we'll be getting that interview in the next few seconds, talking to them about the new roster, rank ups, and possibly how they just got a quick 3-0 and how he just took over. And I believe it'll be in the Tourney Team 1 chat if you want to head down there, UPEC, as well.
I got you.
For the United Rogue.
Yeah. Oh, where's Dory, bro?
Yeah, we need Dory in here.
Wait, bro. Where did this guy just go?
There he is.
No, there he is. Oh my god, I thought I lost him.
I mean, Doryu, the new rank up from bronze to gold. I know we saw the clan tags, the free Doryu, everything, free Doryu.
That's all I gotta say.
But I mean, after that, after a hot 3-0 and some really good stat lines, do you really think that you're gonna get ranked down?
You want me to be honest, bro?
Let's hear it.
All right, I'll be honest with you. I've been in UR. These motherfuckers know me. I've been in this bitch. All I'm saying is they ranked me bronze. People on the committee knew who I was, knew my name. They ranked me bronze. That's not my fault. Free Doryu, bro.
Get him, bro.
Free Doryu.
Get him.
That's not your fault. I mean, you did put up some great stat lines, some great clutches, and honestly, just led by the captain himself, Mr.
Bro,
Zaloxides.
Z is the GOAT. Don't challenge. He's the GOAT.
Don't challenge him. I want to go into that second map, Skid Row. Down 3-0, Zaloxides on a donut, and you guys win, I believe, 5 rounds straight. Like, what was going on
Yeah,
like
man.
during some of those play calls? We saw some really interesting play calls out. Was that your calling, Z?
Oh, bro, you
Am
know
I
me, bro.
gassing your shit? Like, do you want me to gas it or you gassing it?
You got it, bro. You got it.
Bro, Z is that boy, son. He don't even need to touch it. He's just got to move his chess pieces, bro. That's all he's got to do.
Yeah, I
He's
mean,
telling us what to do.
Yeah,
Dude.
you heard the guy, man. I still had a donut, bro, but I was like, yo, we're down 3-0, bro.
Bro.
You know me, Space. You know,
Leave it to your bronze, bro.
you
Don't
know
you
me,
worry.
bro. I know the respawns. I got it, bro. But like the S&D, I do need a little bit of help, bro. I was trying to do a little bit too much in the beginning, so I was like, yo, let me use these guys, bro. And I told them, bro, as Dory, bro, I think I went 5 for 5 on play calls. Like I
Oh my
called out
God. It was
everything
like
they were
four,
doing,
four,
bro.
5 rounds straight, bro.
Bro,
Perfect.
everything. And that's
Perfect.
why you saw, bro, like we barely dropped any bodies on our defense and our offenses, bro. Because I mean, these guys do the same thing, bro. Like they're not switching it up. Like this guy Patty Cakes is playing back at, bro. Replays the shot on P3 by himself. Simple and Void are just on, and I have no idea where the fuck those guys are ever.
They're hopping up window, bro. We
Yeah,
read
they're
that shit.
somewhere,
I
bro.
mean,
But I told them, bro, I was like, if you guys just watch these, bro, I promise you we're gonna win, bro.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it looked like that map too came down to a lot of the mid-map adjustments. So obviously, you making those play calls really changed up the flow of the game.
Mhm.
Bro, team player, man. You know me.
Bro, that's what I'm
What was
saying,
that?
bro.
4-4 with like 3 bomb plans.
I believe so.
Yeah,
You were the puppet master of your team, as I believe every single one of your team either went even or at least outslayed you.
That's what I love
And
to see, man. I told you, bro. The friendship team always
Bro,
wins when no one
free,
expects it.
free me, man. Free me.
yeah, but I
Free
do
me.
want to bring up that map 3, which got a little scary. Void having some huge plays on your guys' offensive rounds, but Z, I don't know if you realize, but you were about triple positive, 30 and 10, I believe, going into
39-14. Oh yeah.
yeah, just going into the 4th round. I mean, like, what were you with the submachine gun on Invasion? Like, was your confidence at an all-time high after winning that S&D?
Oh, bro. I mean, I told them, bro. Like, control is my game mode. I think I've won control player of the year almost every year I've played. It's no doubt, bro. Like on these maps, I feel like a lot of teams don't look for me. Like they'll forget about me, and I don't know how you could do that. But I mean, these guys, I think it's their first time playing control. They didn't know what to do. I mean, I just got to
We
step
were
up.
kindergartners on the map,
Yeah.
bro. Z had
I
that.
had to take over, man, for the one time. You know, replays didn't make it so easy so often, but I mean,
Yo,
it is
can
what it is.
we actually gas them though? Yo, Void is a silver.
Yo,
Are we
Void,
dead ass?
yo,
Are
Void
we
is,
dead ass?
yeah, Void is
Yeah,
pretty
we-
good.
Come on now. Like, okay, I might not be bronze. We knew that. But this boy is I don't know, bro. We got to gas some people.
We were
That's crazy.
definitely gassing. Honestly, he was the reason that you guys didn't win that control 3-0, and he was the reason that you guys also almost could have lost that
Lost the hard
control.
point. And
Yeah,
almost
lost
the hard
points
point
too. Yeah.
Yeah, this boy knows what he's doing. He ain't no silver, bro.
Nah, bro, Void, that guy was cooking me, map one, bro. I was like, I can't believe this shit.
Yeah, he
But
was.
I mean,
was
he
super-
did have the one bad play where he did let me slip through tunnel for a 3-piece to break P2.
I did. I did have the POV of that one, and you just got to imagine that Kansas City makes a few adjustments. You know, just a few miscommunications are like the difference between this series still going on at the very least. Maybe a 2-1 or even like up. You know, down 1-2 for you guys.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. If our roster stay, bro, we ain't losing. So it's fair. It's
Power
fair.
friendship always wins.
Yeah, we look forward because I know your guys' I believe Plat and Thrax wasn't even playing today, and I believe their Gold wasn't playing today either.
Yeah, Nasty Diamond wasn't playing.
Yeah, so I would have liked to see the squads at full capacity, but
It would have been no different.
would have been no different as you heard
It's
from
alright.
Z himself. The number 1 pick, I even threw in a little Kiki slander just for you.
Oh, bro, if the day you see Kiki do this, bro, you let me fucking know. The day you see him,
Bro,
bro,
Kiki's the
please.
boy though. We fuck with Kiki.
Nah,
Alright,
I always fuck with Kiki.
Anything you want to say to chat? Anything you want to say to the staff? Anything you want to say to the rest of the people watching here?
You did that shit on purpose. I know you did.
Free
Space. You said chat.
me.
The
Free
staff.
me. Free me.
Yo, free my boy Dory out the gutter, bro.
Free me, bro.
He doing life beyond the gold bars.
Bro, that was my first and last dance, motherfucker. 3-0.
Yo, if this guy's a gold, bro, free my boy Golden too. Get that guy to a gold.
All right, you heard it here first. Thank you, Z and Dora, you so much for the interview. Epec, do you have anything else that you want to add before we let these two fine gentlemen go?
I mean, you guys looked gross. Getting Thrax back for the roster moving forward is going to be insane. Y'all going to have quite a team. I doubt anybody's going to want to match up with y'all. Obviously, everybody wants to avoid Z come playoff time.
Oh, we got Dallas.
But,
We got Dallas around week 3, bro. It's over.
oh yeah, that is going to be one hell of a series for sure.
I'm gonna put my controller down.
That's insane.
I ain't playing that shit, bro. Got the god stack of hell.
That's insane. So
Nah,
you're
but-
trying to say something about Dallas, Z?
I'm not saying I'm scared. I'm never scared. But those guys might have me shaking. Cause that team, yo, who would love that shit, bro? That's the
Wait, who's on
god
that roster?
Yo, Slang, Big Dog.
Oh shit, is that Liquid?
Liquid and Harry.
Yeah,
Yeah, the god
them
stack of
motherfuckers
hell.
nice. Yeah, they're nice.
Anyway, though, but Space and Epic, thank you guys for casting. I'll be sure to watch it. Space, thank you for doing both games tonight. We really do appreciate it. I think you had fucking 50 people for the first game,
Dude, it was
which
insane.
I thought was insane. You know, Space, I think you should keep doing it, bro. You got a future in here. I think you do a pretty good job. Epic, you fried out today. I thought you did a pretty good job with your team. You guys look really
Appreciate
good.
I
yeah.
appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it so much.
thanks,
Thank you.
boys.
Thank you for the interview as well. Good luck on the rest of the season. Hoping to see you guys continue to fry in your groups because you are not. Actually, no. Screw that. You're in my group, I believe. Never mind. So that means I'll be seeing you. I think week 4 or week 5 or something like that. So I'm gonna be watching this VOD back.
Don't even know the pools, brother.
I don't know them either. I just know we're playing you. I think I saw that. So I'm definitely gonna be watching your little rowdy routes. But thank you so much.
Y'all are in a pool.
Nah,
We are, okay.
Bro. You're gonna
It's,
expect it, bro. But then when I pull out the AR, you're like, oh no.
Nah, that's when I pull out the sub.
That's when I pull out the
Chicago,
sub.
Detroit, New York, and Washington.
Oh, okay. Like New York, Washington. Like,
Bro.
I'm worried about Detroit. That's what I after watching this. But you know, those guys could surprise me. We'll see. That means we have Kiki in the pool as well, Zelo.
I knew that. I did know that.
All right. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for the interview. Hope to catch more of your matches this season, and good luck the rest of the time.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, brother. Yo, Space.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. Free Dory. Have a good one.
Free door. You heard it here first, chat. All right. That is going to be me signing off on the second match of the night. I am exhausted. I'm in need of some food. I know, Epec, you're probably exhausted after a match and then a cast, but I very much appreciate you coming in here, casting it up again. I mean, we could have had him at 5 after this is the way some of it was going, but a quick 3-0, first 3-0 of the season, and honestly, I'm very much looking forward to what the rest of this is going to be like.
Oh, absolutely. We've got, I mean, just looking at all these rosters here, we've got a lot of really strong teams this season. I feel like it's going to be kind of hard to call it.
I think it's going to be very hard to call it. You do look at Dallas probably being the favorites. I have heard some very good things, though, about War, about Halifax. And you want to imagine that those guys may be in the running for the top 3, could be some top 4 teams. But then you may or may not have some sleeper teams like San Diego with Desi Legend. As you saw, EPEC, you as the Plat, could make a massive run if you continue to play your hard points the way you did. And I'm just looking forward to how crazy this season's going to be. UR is back. It's beautiful. And you guys in chat, you are all beautiful. I love all of you guys. And it's going to be a fun season.
Yo, shout out real quick to all the hard work everybody put in to, save the server, reboot everything after it got deleted. Shout out all the hard work from staff, getting everything back up. And we've got a season to play. Shout out those guys.
Absolutely. Shout out to the staff. Much love. Hearts in the chat if you're still here to them. They'll be working hard. They're going to get the stats. They're going to get the rankings hopefully right. I get it. Sometimes we take for granted. We say, oh, they don't do this, but they got a lot on their plate. They making sure that all the people, either diamond to bronze, can have fun, good place. A lot of friendships built, a lot of camaraderie built, just even a lot of challengers and competitive teams built from this server. And I very much appreciate them. Appreciate